Hey everybody, I want to show you a little piece of software I made in Adobe Air called Lifehacker HUD, or Heads Up Display. That's what HUD stands for. This is the actual application, and it's basically a way of getting some of your information in a nice little environment that you can take a look at full screen or not on your netbook or laptop or touchscreen device, anything really that runs Adobe Air or can run the Adobe Air Framework. So let's take a look at what it does, and then we'll take a look at what you can do with it in terms of putting it on some hardware, maybe even some custom hardware. So right now it's set to the defaults. There's not really a whole lot going on. You can see that it's loaded the Gizmodo feed and the Lifehacker feed, and you can just click on these and view them. And then if you want to view the actual article, you can just click the open button, and there you go. So here you can see we also have the time and the weather, and these settings are all in the settings panel. Let's just set this up for Lifehacker. Move that to LA instead of Minnesota, and see all the statuses that are coming from people that the Lifehacker Twitter user is following. So if you were to put your own Twitter user right in there, it would show you your friends and what their statuses are. Also, you can see we have RSS feeds. If I want to add another RSS feed, I just add comma space. That's how we delimit these. And so you can put in as many as you want, although it won't work with everything. But here's one it does work with, this Swiss Miss blog. I'm just going to paste that right in there and save. And it's going to update. So as you can see, there's the Swiss Miss blog right in there, and the VIP feeds for Lifehacker, Gizmodo, and up at top, oh, there are all the Twitter statuses. So there's Rosa, and Whitson, and Kevin, and Adam, and Jason. Well, anyway, you get the idea. And so that's basically what the software does. Now let's take a look at what we can do with it on some other hardware other than just your regular computer. So while we're installing here, let me tell you a little bit about this touchscreen. It is an admittedly ugly device that I hacked together out of an HP Mini 1000 netbook and installed OS 10 and put in a touchscreen made by Hoda, and we'll take a look at what all of that means in a second. But right now we've got some software which you may find a little familiar. Let's get this into full screen because it was made to run on a netbook screen. There we are. So I've got this little stylus should I want to scroll around here or select something. Of course, I can just click on it with my finger. Sometimes. There we go. That's why the stylus comes in handy. But the idea is you have a nice little touchscreen device with your information on it. And of course, same as always, you can edit these settings here. Okay, so how does this thing work? Well, you're looking at a lot of electrical tape. That's just kind of covering up all the bad stuff. And right there we have a USB port that is filled with a connector to the touchscreen. The touchscreen is made by Hoda, and it overlays on top of the display, and then you just calibrate it with a piece of software it comes with, and it works on OS 10, Linux, and Windows. So it's very, very versatile. Now, they don't make one specifically for the HP Mini 1000, but you can use the one for the EPC, which comes with a USB connector, because it has an internal USB port. And some of the HP Minis did come with an internal USB port, but this one didn't, so I had to use an external one. Now, you can use whatever netbook you want, so long as it's compatible with the touchscreen and it's the right size. In this case, it's a 10.1-inch touchscreen, and it works just fine. Overlaying it is no problem at all. You just have to really be comfortable with hacking apart your netbook and placing a touchscreen on top of it. And if you're okay getting right in there and risking destroying a piece of hardware that was relatively expensive, then you're all set, and that's all you need is a little bit of bravery. Otherwise, the process is pretty easy to do, and you'll have a touchscreen netbook in no time. So you can probably pick up one of these Hoda touchscreens wherever, but I got mine at My Digital Discount, so I can say that that's a place you can get one and they'll send it to you. for a reasonable price. They have quite a few of these HOTA touchscreens, as you can see here, for various netbooks, so your options are not entirely limited. If you are going the route I did, and you want to do this with an HP Mini 1000, you actually need the HOTA touchscreen for a 10.2-inch Asus EPC, and that's the one right here. And it's in stock. So I can't show you the actual hardware assembly here because my HP Mini has been taped up, never to return to its former state of disassembly. But it's basically pretty easy. You have your touchscreen overlay, you overlay it on top of the display. It sends its touches into a control board. The control board interprets it, and then it sends that off to your computer through a USB cable. And those are really the only things that you need when you're hooking it up. So the nice part is if you're using one of the kits that's made for one of the netbooks that you have, then you're all set because you have some nice picture instructions to help you out. If you're doing this with an HP Mini 1000 or an unsupported netbook, you have to find places to hide this controller and plug this in and adhere it and all of that. So you're in for a little bit more of a journey, but that's kind of what makes it fun. One last thing to note is that with this software, you have access to the source code. So if you want more than just Twitter and RSS feeds, you can add it, and this is what it looks like. It's written in ActionScript, and it's made with Adobe Air, so you can go ahead through the source code and see where all the feeds are added, and add some of your own. Now, of course, you can get most of RSS feeds supported on your own, so if you want to basically send data into this as an RSS feed, you don't have to make any changes at all. You can just add it directly into the RSS feed section in the settings. However, if you want to add some more stuff, maybe Facebook, email, or whatever, you can do that by just going in here and letting your programming skills take you away to worlds unimaginable for any other touchscreen device. So have fun with it, and if you add anything, be sure to push it right back up to GitHub so other people can enjoy your changes as well.